In the heart of ancient Greece, where legends whispered through olive trees and gods watched from Mount Olympus, there lived a brilliant inventor named Daedalus. His mind was a labyrinth of wonders, and among his many creations stood the great labyrinth of Crete, a maze so complex no one who entered could find their way out without a guide. Daedalus built the labyrinth at the behest of King Minos to imprison the monstrous Minotaur, a beast born of both man and bull. When Theseus arrived to slay the beast, Daedalus secretly helped him escape with the aid of Ariadne's threat, a betrayal that would not go unnoticed. King Minos, furious at Daedalus's treachery, imprisoned the inventor and his young son Icarus within a tall tower on the island of Crete. The tower overlooked the sea, and while it was easy to watch the waves crash below, there was no boat, no bridge, and no path to freedom. The land was sealed, the sea guarded, and the sky, it seemed, the only possible escape. Daedalus turned his eyes upward to the birds that soared freely above, and inspiration struck. If men could not walk out nor sail out, perhaps they could fly. Gathering feathers fallen from passing gulls and sea birds, Daedalus fashioned 2 pairs of wings. He shaped the feathers with thread and bound them with wax, carefully crafting something between art and miracle. Each wing was a fragile balance of weight, structure, and motion, a fusion of man's dream and nature's gift. Icarus watched his father work, fascinated by the shape and flow of the wings, never suspecting the peril they would soon face. When the wings were complete, Daedalus gave strict instructions to his son. He warned him never to fly too high lest the heat of the sun melt the wax, and never too low where the sea's mist could dampen the feathers. The key was the middle path, steady and disciplined. Icarus nodded, filled with wonder and anticipation, not fully grasping the gravity of the warning. With wings fastened tightly to their arms, Daedalus and Icarus took to the sky. They soared over the sea, leaving behind the prison walls of Crete. At first, Icarus followed his father closely, mimicking every movement, every glide. The sensation of flight overwhelmed him. Wind whipped through his hair, waves sparkled below, and the world which once felt confined now seemed limitless. As freedom filled his lungs, Icarus began to rise. Higher and higher he flew, drunk on joy, unchained by gravity, his wings slicing the air like the gods themselves. He forgot his father's caution, forgot the danger of the sun, and reached toward the golden blaze above. The sun burned brightly in the sky, indifferent to the ambitions of mortals. The wax binding the feathers of Icarus's wings began to melt. One by one, feathers fell drifting like snow into the sea below. Daedalus shouted to his son, urging him to descend, but the boy could no longer control his wings. They weakened, lost shape, and finally crumbled entirely. Icarus plummeted from the heavens, his arms flailing, his cry lost in the wind. The ocean opened to receive him, and the waves closed above his head. There beneath the waters, Icarus disappeared, leaving only ripples in his place. Daedalus wept mid-flight, circling the spot where his son had fallen. He cursed the heavens and blamed his own genius. What gift was freedom if it led to destruction? He flew on alone, broken-hearted, until he reached the safety of Sicily, where he buried his grief in silence. The sea where Icarus drowned would forever bear his name, known thereafter as the Icarian Sea. The tale of Icarus did not end with his fall. For generations, poets, artists, and philosophers told his story again and again, finding in it a mirror of human ambition. Icarus came to symbolize the dangers of hubris, the peril of reaching beyond limits, and the fragile balance between aspiration and recklessness. Yet not all saw Icarus as a fool. Some saw him as a dreamer, a soul who dared to defy the earth and taste the sky. Where Daedalus preached caution, Icarus embodied courage. Where the father planned, the son soared. Perhaps he flew too close to the sun, but in doing so he glimpsed something no other mortal had ever seen. And so the myth lives on, etched in the annals of human thought, a reminder that even in tragedy there is beauty, and even in failure there is flight.